Hi, welcome, and I hope you're doing well. Here I have a Lenovo laptop, Ideapad 5, and the model is 15II-L05. So I was using the computer, and right after it turns off, and when I turn it back on, as you can see, when I press the power button, the power light comes on, but there's no display. Okay, so the power light stays on, no display. It was working fine last night, and today this thing happens. There's no water spill, there's no burn smell, nothing happened to it. The LCD screen is good. You try to hook it up to the external monitor, no display whatsoever, and the power light just stays on like this. So in other words, that tells me this might be a bad RAM. And the motherboard, when I look it up online, the motherboard and the RAM are soldered together, right? So it's not a separate RAM where you can change out the RAM. It is soldered all together in one piece. So as you can see, the power light goes on, goes off, goes on, goes off. It does not have any display on it. So at this point here, I believe the computer motherboard is bad, and what I would do is I would take it apart and I'll explain to you on how to change the motherboard. And if you decided not to change the motherboard, and this video here will teach you on how to recover your data if that's something you're looking for. Okay, so let's get started. And before you follow the video and continue along with it, I have a small request to ask, is if you can click the like button and click the subscribe button as well, and that way you know, I know that this video helps and something that you like to do. Something that I like to do for my next video. So please click like, subscribe. That really helps me to keep me motivated to do more of this type of repair video for you. Alright, so that is enough said. Let's continue. What I'm doing right now is I'm using a T5, which is the Torque 5 screwdriver, and I'm removing all the screws here. So the screws at the bottom and the both sides, they are shorter screws, and the screws on the top, there are 3 of them. The 3 screws here on the top, they are the longer Torque screws. Alright, so far I have all the screws out, and this is the last one. Alright, so once I have all the screws removed, the next step you can do is to try to pry it open. I'm using my fingernail to do it, which is not strong enough. So you can use a prying tool and try to pry open the plastic cover. Alright, so this is how you remove the back plate. So once the back plate is removed, and you can see the entire computer here, and this is the battery. And if you're planning to change out the battery for this reason of the video, what you can do is you use a fingernail and try to slide down the connector. So this connector has no clip, any security pin, nothing like that. It just slide in to install and slide out to remove. So I'm sliding it down towards my body. That's how I remove the connector on the battery. So slide it down. That's how you disconnect it. Now the next step, you need a Phillips screwdriver. Go ahead and remove the screws. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So total of 4 screws, Phillips screws, hold on to the battery. Once you remove that, you can lift the battery up and do a replacement on the battery. So this battery is still good because it is flat. I do not see any swollen, only lumped on it. And if your battery is not holding charge, and if you feel like the battery is swollen, or you can see that the swell is lumped, then there's time to replace the battery. Now, where can you look for the battery replacement? It looks like the model here, it says is L19C3PF4. This is where you can find the battery on either eBay or Amazon. I will have the link in the description below, and if you click on the link, it will direct you to the right place for the right battery. Now, for those of you who says, hey, you know what, the computer is not working, I spilled water on it, I decided to recover the data. Okay, so this is where your solid state drive is. This is the data where it's stored into. As you can see, this one here, the 2.5-inch hard drive is not here, meaning that this computer runs on the M.2 SSD drive. It doesn't run on the regular 2.5-inch hard drive. So anyway, your data is stored into this one. So what you can do is get a Phillips screwdriver, open it up, and slide the hard drive to your left. So slide it to your left, and this is where the M.2 is. Now you're gonna ask me, how am I gonna extract the data? Okay, so let me show you one of the gadget that I have here. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. So this is the M.2 NVMe USB adapter. So this device here, you can install this. Okay, and obviously what you can do is you get a tape and tape it around here, or you can get a screw, or can you move this screw here down to the bottom and lock it in. So you need to lock it in at parallel to the base, okay? Or you can do it like this and tape it. You try not to lift it up like this, because when the hard drive is like this, the connector in the front here is not reading the SSD drive. So you need to be able to parallel like this to put some pressure, or push it all the way down with the tape. And then what's next is you just plug it into your different computer, the next computer, the second computer, and it would read off just like a USB drive, okay, like a thumb drive. You just plug it in and you can see your information in here. Alright, so I will have the link in the description below where you can buy this little gadget to turn your hard drive into a USB reader, so you can pull the data out and, you know, buy a new computer and whatnot. So at this point, this computer here is no good for me. Now if you want to continue, you know, to do the repair, and you want to fix up this computer right here, the next step is you need to change the motherboard. Now why I say so, because this one here does not have the RAM, and to me it looks like the RAM is the problem. Either the RAM or the graphics card, whichever that is, it is still one piece with the motherboard, right? So it's not a separate component. The RAM here is installed in this bracket. So if I lift this metal piece up, and you can see that the RAM slot, you can see that the RAM is underneath there. Okay, you see this little black chipset? Those are your RAMs. Now I'm not able to replace the RAM or fix the RAM. In other words, we have to replace the entire motherboard here. Now this is your the void warranty feature. So there's a screw right here underneath Lenovo sticker, and if you remove this, you're gonna void the warranty status. Now how do you gonna replace the motherboard? It's pretty straightforward. You need to disconnect all the cable. So this cable right here, I slide it to my left, use my 2 fingernail. This is for your speaker, okay? Directly, this is just a speaker. It doesn't have any screwdriver, screws, anything to connect to it, okay? So I think we need to remove the heatsink to get the speaker out. So I'm just leaving it like this. Here, you need to open up the clipper. So flip the clipper up straight forward to 90-degree angle, and then this is your LCD, and this is also the webcam, I believe. So slide the connector to your left, and that's how you remove it together with the LCD connector. Okay, that's how you do it. And this is your Wi-Fi. So what I'll do is I don't have a Sharpie, so the black one goes to the black, the gray one is on the right. So to open it up, just lift up the cable, and that's how you disconnect the Wi-Fi cable. I'm going to move the cable all the way over to that side, get a Phillips screwdriver, and remove the Wi-Fi card. So remove that. Let me a bit organize here. Okay, so this is your keyboard. I'm using my fingernail, lift up the clipper, and then I slide that cable down, and that's how I disconnect the keyboard. This is the keyboard lighting, same thing, lift the clipper up, slide the connector, the ribbon cable away from that. Same thing for this one, lift it up, slide it out. Okay, and this is your CPU fan cable. I'm sliding it to my left to disconnect that connector. Come on. Okay, this for your CPU fan. And let me go ahead and remove that screw. So 1 screw, 2 screw, and 3 screws. Okay, so this is a CPU fan, and for those of you who has fan problem, that's how you're gonna remove it. 3 screws, disconnect the cable, replace the fan. Simple as that. Okay. Now it comes to the heatsink. See if my speaker can come out now. It doesn't seem like it can. So anyway, next part, I need to disconnect this cable. So this cable here is connected to your I/O board on this side, meaning all your USB port connected to this I/O board, and then this cable right here draw the signal back to the main brain. So this cable here is actually taped onto the base, so you need to have some kind of see if I can do it on the other side, a way around it. By the way, if you're curious to know what this is actually your CMOS battery. You can slide to your right, and then you can disconnect the CMOS battery. So the CMOS battery holds on to your time and date. Pretty much that's the purpose of the battery. It's just to keep track the time and date for you, things like that. Okay, so go ahead and slide it. As I was saying, that this tape here, this ribbon cable here has tape on it, so it's pretty sticky. You want to get a good grip of it to remove the ribbon cable. Alright, so at this point here, what I need to do next is to remove the motherboard. So unscrew that screw. Remember about the warranty sticker right here. So we need to go in and remove that screw. Let's see, where are you, screw? Okay, and see if it comes out. It looks like there's plenty more screw right here. So there's 1 here, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so once I have all the 4 screws removed, let's see if it's gonna come out. Yep, so the thing is gonna slide. Oh, I missed 1 cable right here. This is for the touchpad. So that's how you remove the entire the motherboard here. Flip it around, okay. And if you want to do the replacement on the motherboard, just go ahead and look up for this. MB stands for motherboard, Lenovo 5B20S72477, and this would direct you to the motherboard replacement. Now come back to the speaker, and if you remove the motherboard, that's how you remove this speaker as well for the speaker replacement. Okay, so it's a bummer that you have to replace the motherboard, to remove the motherboard to get to the speaker. So sorry about all the trouble, but that's how it is. And for those of you who wants to replace the LCD screen, it's very straightforward. Go ahead and remove these 2 screws here. This is where your hinges, right hinge and left hinge. Remove the 2 screws. Okay, go ahead and flip the screen up up, and that's how you disconnect the LCD. Okay, so the LCD, you can, this is the base on the keyboard, right? And this is the LCD. I think you can actually remove the bezel and then just change out the LCD itself. But if you're not confident on that, and if somebody is selling you the entire LCD like this, you can go ahead and replace the entire LCD. Just this is what I just did. Now for those of you who says, hey, I have a keyboard problem, I spilled some coffee on it or any liquid to the keyboard, and you want to do a keyboard replacement, it's a bad news for you. Okay, meaning that this keyboard is not a separate keyboard. You can't replace the keyboard on its own. You would have to replace the entire base, the touchpad and the palm rest and the keyboard all together in one big piece like this. As you can see, the keyboard is not a screw in. The keyboard is actually manufacturer punch down, so you can't replace the keyboard. Alright, so that's a bad news for you if you have a bad keyboard. Other than that, I think I have disassembled the entire laptop here to show you, step by steps. And yeah, so if you need the data, check out the link below. One of these USB thing to recover the data. I'm pretty sure that's what you're very interested in. But other than that, the motherboard is bad. I don't think I want to replace the motherboard here. So thanks for watching. If you're watching until at the end of this video, I really appreciate you for doing that. And again, if you forgot to like the button, please like, and I really appreciate you for doing that. Subscribe. Until next time, please take care, folks. Bye.